This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 937. I am Brian Kilby. Radio Free Cybertron is the world's first and oldest toy and action figure podcast since the 20th century. With me this week from the 20th century, we have Don.
Hello.
Hello from the past. Diecast.
I'm here.
John.
Yo.
Matt.
Hello.
Rob.
Hello.
And Chris.
We don't have anybody here who's actually from the 21st century. Like, maybe, if the podcast continues for long enough and we start cycling in new people, like, we could eventually have, like, a more modern day.
I mean, for anybody who's watching video, they're from the 21st century in Brian's background right now.
Yeah. Brian's gonna go deal with that, but hey, how are you guys doing while Brian's off taking care of the family business?
Doing good.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, that was a resounding cry of approval here.
Yeah, for people watching the live stream at tfradio.net/live, they saw me trying to wave my kids out of the room.
That's why I started talking more.
Thank you.
It's like that. It's like that viral
I drew
clip,
attention to it.
Yeah.
That viral clip during COVID with the BBC interview and
Yes,
that kid.
yes.
Yeah. Just happened again.
Yeah, not really. Not that bad.
Well, that's going to be an edit. I'm not sure that's making it for the patrons, but that's definitely an edit for the podcast version.
I think I'm leaving that in.
That's real life.
That's real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
Or is it Memorex?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Okay.
It'll stay in the show. Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Exactly right. We had a pretty eventful show last week with a lot of crap that wound up in people's toy collections. So I'm really excited about what I got this week.
Yeah, we had a really long show last week for having like 3 distinct bullet points in the show notes.
Yeah, and for the people in the public feed, they got the ham sandwich portion, which is exclusive to patrons, are supposed to be, because I had so many Don edits that I forgot to take that out before publishing. So Don, let's see if we can break a record this week.
Oh, must we?
No. So okay, let's jump to the news. So, new details about LEGO Soundwave, which for me is like the first detail is LEGO Soundwave. Did I miss this before?
This has been rumored from credible sources for a little bit already. The interesting thing here is, well, we got a price point which is about the same as LEGO Optimus Prime was, which kind of makes sense. Like I would put those as being fairly equal in stature and complexity. But it's going to come with the LEGO Sound Brick piece, so it's going to have sounds with it. Soundwave is going to actually be sounds.
I've never actually seen a LEGO sound brick.
I've never seen one in person either.
What does it do? Like, it makes sound, but like, is there like a button on it or something?
I would assume so. I'm not that deep in the LEGO ecosystem, by which I mean not at all, because Legos are a rich man's game.
I may not even have Bumblebee. I'm not certain if I have Bumblebee or not.
I've seen LEGO Bumblebee in person finally a couple weeks ago.
He's nice. He's nice.
He's fine.
He's no Optimus Prime. But
I don't have that.
Did you build him?
No. Diecast sent me a nice little piece to go into it when I finally get around to it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that Soundwave is due for an August 1st street date or LEGO store date, whatever. However that works.
Sounds similar to the release schedule for Optimus and Bumblebee.
I think so, yeah.
I wish we could have got like a is it going to come with a laser beak or something? I think that would be pretty cool.
I'm sure it will at least come with a laser beak.
Or it will come with the worst designed Ravage yet.
I don't know. I think LEGO might be better than the last one we got. So
1,502 pieces also, according to this rumor.
That's a lot.
Does anyone know, and I'm probably asking the wrong people, I mean, I know Matt and I kind of get LEGO every now and then. Does anyone know, like, how much a LEGO sound brick, how much sound it can hold? Like, is it going to be like one phrase and that's it? Or can it hold like 3 or 4 phrases?
Bits are infinitely small, so I would say it could hold quite a bit here in the 21st century. Now, if this were 1984, it'd be a little bit different.
if it were 1964, there would be a literal, like, real record in things chest that you would have to pull a
Yes.
string
No,
and make it
I
talk.
know how technology can work nowadays. I'm just wondering if Lego technology works like that nowadays.
Similarly, but more square.
So, like Minecraft.
Yes.
So the Lego Sound Brick has been in the, what is this? The 10334 retro radio, where it's used so that one of the dials on the radio, you can turn it and get different things to play. So it's got some capacity in it for more than one sound. Otherwise, like, that functionality wouldn't work the way that they have it designed.
I just wanted to say Soundwave superior.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I feel like, if anything, that's got to be like top of the list, because that has become the classic Soundwave quote, even though it's one of his worst lines.
Yeah.
Or Laserbeak eject.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe-
Go ahead.
Now maybe there'll be a all talk, no shock for the eventual blaster in 20 years.
Okay. So
I'm super excited about it. I'll get it day one. Like, I will
of
line up
course
at a
you
Lego
will.
store if I have to.
I'm not gonna
Or
go to the
line up
store.
at lego.com.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. That'll be me. Yeah. So, Don, this next one, I don't know if you love it as much as I do. Have you seen this? The Hot Wheels Color Shifters tracks.
That was brought up in a Facebook Messenger chat I was having with some
Family show here,
people.
Don. Be careful.
With some people, yeah. I think it's awesome.
I
think
love
it's I love it. It's tracks and it's loud pedal at the same time.
Well, it's tracks, and it's like pure 1990s Lego Hot Wheels nostalgia.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling this will probably be very hard to find.
No.
I mean, for me, all of them are hard to find. I've never seen a Hot Wheels Transformer in person in a store to this day.
I love it. I want more of these.
I need two of these because if it's color shifting, I have to open one and play with it.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I got to be that kid. I haven't seen one of these in what 35 years.
It's going on my desk at work.
Yeah. So I will. So is this a general release? Do
Yeah.
we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the Color Shifters assortment
Okay.
He's the only Transformer in the assortment.
so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
The only complaint I have about it is that it's not the true Trax hood decal. Like, it's just
Yeah.
a
Missing part of the
top
flames.
pieces and then a generic Autobot decal in the middle. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't look great, but
And, like, I get why that might be the case, but I agree. Like, the look is off just enough that it feels like it's missing something. And, like, yeah, it's tracks and it's black tracks when you do the color change thing. It's not quite loud pedal though, because, like, for loud pedal they did adapt some of the other colors to make the palette a little bit more unique. Like, but if the color shift being black is an intentional nod to that super rare Diaclone adjacent black tracks, like, that's also a really cool thing to get in there.
Yeah, it also might just be easier to go from black to blue.
Yes, it very well might be. Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't lost on me either.
Yeah.
why do you think they did the hood like that? Is because the
They
rays
probably
in the
have
hood?
they probably have existing tamphographs for those, like, flame patterns, and they have a tampograph for an Autobot symbol. They don't have a flame decal that has an Autobot symbol in it, so they're just using the assets they have rather than designing a whole new thing just for this
Yeah, this
purpose.
needs to be cheap. They
Yeah.
they need to make their money back on this, and there's a
No,
little extra
no,
cost.
his explanation makes sense. I just
Yeah, and but it's the same explanation. It's just a different
Yeah.
angle on it. So
Yeah.
they got to be cheap. Yeah. So
they could have just totally left them off and
but it
just
wouldn't be
put
tracks.
the
It'd just be a blue car.
well. If
Yeah,
they
it would just
put
be a blue
If
Corvette.
they put the Autobot emblem on it, then everyone's still going to know
So-
it's tracks.
So, counterpoint here, though, Diecast, the same comment you have about the hood flames looking wrong with the Autobot symbol in the hood, you would be complaining that Trax doesn't have any hood flames and he just has an Autobot symbol if they had gone that way.
Yep.
Like that wouldn't be a win.
Yeah, would not be a win. Okay, let's see what else is going on. So I hate this because it makes me want it. It's so stupid. So it's glow in the dark Earthspark Megatron. So it's basically just the Warrior class Megatron, right? With
The deluxe, yeah.
with glow in the dark plastic. And he's called what? He's called Cyber Glow Megatron. I love it. I hate it. I want it. I just want more. It's a gimmick that there's something. It unlocks something in my brain from childhood.
That Megatron was so unimpressive, though.
But now it glows.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it has glow-in-the-dark plastic. I'm kind of suspecting it's probably going to have like glow-in-the-dark paint features that will be probably more evident in the vehicle mode. None of the plastic we can see in this photo has the characteristics of glow-in-the-dark plastic.
Except for the paint on the right underneath the Decepticon emblem. That
Yeah,
could possibly be glow in the dark.
Yeah, I think that I think that has a chance. See, like what I would have liked to see for a glow-in-the-dark gimmick is to do the faction symbol stamp in the glow-in-the-dark paint.
Yeah.
Like that would have been really cool.
When does this come out?
We don't know.
I
Like
mean,
the stock photo has only just been uncovered in the last few days, and that's basically the extent that we know anything about it.
so
Hopefully they reship Soundwave in this so we can have more chances at Soundwave.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That figure is driving me nuts that I can't find it.
So I was talking to a friend. I was talking to a friend about glow in the dark materials. He was looking at his watch and it glows. And I'm like, have you ever put under a black light or like a violet laser to see?
Oh,
how it charges
yeah.
and it supercharges. I am going to get this and I will discolor the plastic from shining like a violet laser on it to like supercharge it. It's stupid how much I want this. And I didn't care about the original toy at all.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have had a very limited number of official Transformers toys that have glow-in-the-dark features. Aaron Archer made a really good point about that when asked about it way back when. Like, a puzzle play toy doesn't really lend itself to having to be used in a dark room to get the full effect out of it.
But like, what I'm trying to remember what else is glowed.
Cat Scan from BotCon had glow-in-the-dark plastic.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
I'm 99% sure I'm correct about that, because like it was fairly notable at the time because like that was the first instance, aside from. No, I think I'm complaining to Tycho RC sets. The Transformers race car set didn't even have a glow-in-the-dark effect. I don't think.
I don't think it did.
No, I think CatScan was the first instance in a regular Transformers toy of glow-in-the-dark plastic. And there very well may have been one or two others since then, but that escapes me. Like, CatScan is just like, it sticks in my head because it was the first.
Yeah, was that a California BotCon?
Oh,
No,
heck if I know.
Fort Wayne.
Yeah, that might have been 2002.
2002.
Oh, 2, okay.
OTFCC was in 03. There was no BotCon.
Right.
So, yeah, I didn't get to make that. I should have gone to that BotCon. I should have gone, but no. Okay. What else? Swapicons Desert Dunes 5-pack.
Yep, so this is Ramjet and G2 Sandstorm, Desert Camo Optimus Prime, Hound, and G1 Scorponok.
Are they
So
just
you
like,
can mix and match.
are they just throwing these in one package to get like these out the door so they can kill this? Like,
Pretty much.
I kind of hope so.
yeah.
Now, it's weird. I was at the Walmart neighborhood market the other day, and they have these on the shelf, the 2-packs.
Right.
And it's like,
It's Walmart. Walmart carries.
But
it.
Well, it's the grocery store.
yes, it's just it's weird where these things are turning up, and it's like I'll keep my eyes out. If I go back in there, I'll see if any have sold, but I don't think they're selling because none have sold at the other Walmart I go to.
I think at my local Walmart, these have sold pretty well. Either they immediately went to clearance, but I didn't see them on the clearance aisle. I mean, there's something kind of appealing about them, except they're $20. and this is going to be more than that.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I
Also,
thought the 2-packs were like $8.
No, they're $20.
No, no
they-
way.
I think they are. I paid like $20. I think I paid $40 for what I got. Look that up. So, but yeah, what were you going to say, Rob?
I was just going to say that I feel like having an uneven number of front and back parts in one pack would drive me slightly insane.
Yeah.
Yes, they should be 6-packs.
Yeah. So these are $15, I think. It's like it's more than $8.
Well, that's why you buy 2 5-packs, so you then have 10.
Yeah.
A 5-pack on Amazon is $22.99.
Yeah,
Five-
but then you have Matt, but then you have 6 fronts and 4 backs.
$8 per
So-
two. What did I get? So what
It
did I
just
get?
keeps escalating.
You must have got a 5-pack.
Did they? Okay, no, I've just got 2 of them. I swear that I paid like $20 for those.
Well, according to TFW 2005, when the Wave 1 was found, it said they were priced at $788 for a 2-pack.
I'm checking my purchase history at Walmart right now because this is entertaining informational podcasting.
Yeah.
So talk about the next item while I look this up. I can see how much I paid for this.
Oh, okay. So next up we have some official images of the second wave of Wild King Energy Beast. These were published via TV Magazine in Japan on their website. So it's the same batch of 4 that we talked about a couple 4 weeks ago. It's basically just a showcase photo gallery of each of the toys and the various combination modes you can do with the Optimus and Megatron core toys. And like, I kind of like some of the combinations they're doing with the Megatron figure here. Like, they've got one picture toward the end where like both dinosaurs are on as the arms, which seems like a really good application here. Like, it's interesting to me now with the second wave of them coming up because then you do have like a full team for each of the core robots, and you can kind of tailor that to like what fits each toy best. So like, dual dinosaurs for arms on Megatron just seems like a good fit. It's just a shame you can't get the tail end of one of the dinosaurs to be the hand and get like real Beast Wars Megatron vibes going. Because like you've got the T-Rex head on the one side, but then you just got the Spinosaur head on the other, and it's like you're kind of repeating some work here. I still really want to get some of these toys. I kind of got to be careful about how I go about that, just with things being still kind of weird about importing.
So yeah. So hey, real quick, I paid $788 per 2-pack,
Mhm.
and I swear that on the shelf tag said $20, which is why I didn't buy every single set.
It was probably a shelf
probably
tag for
did.
the 5-pack.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, right here on Walmart.com, I don't know if you know this, but as long as you like use your debit card or whatever that you always use, like Walmart will Big Brother spy on you and
Yeah.
save everything. So
Yeah, I kind of hate it, but it's also been useful before.
yeah, so yeah, $788. Yeah, it must have been the wrong shelf tag. I was stupid enough to think I thought I paid $20 per set. That's how dumb I am. Okay. So I thought I pre-ordered these, but I can't find where I pre-ordered them from.
I don't specifically remember you talking about pre-ordering them, because like we would have taken a drink if you did it during the show.
I don't think I did it during the show. I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I really like these. It's a neat toy line.
It looked like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's also, though, what looks like a lot of fun, potentially more fun, gotta admit, Dr. Wu, Slugfest, and Overkill.
I can't say for sure whether they'll be more fun, but like they make me happier to exist.
Yeah.
'Cause I love the little Dr. Wu cassette guys.
Yeah, so those are my favorite cassette 2-packs from G1. And God, Overkill looks so good.
Yeah, these are like the one third-party thing that I will buy just anytime they pop up. These little cassettes are great.
And the price is not too bad, even with like some places adding on the import fees at with the base price. Like they're still pretty reasonable. Like Big Bad Toy Store has the set of these. They're up for pre-order for $38. The last Combiner Cassettes 2-pack was on pre-order for I think like 29 or 30. So like there's been a little bit of a jump on these, but like it still doesn't feel too bad to pre-order them at that price.
Yeah, especially since these sets don't come out very often. Like it's
Yeah.
not a purchase that you have to make repeatedly.
Yeah, like we're getting the most of these this year that I think we've ever gotten in one season, I will call it, but that's because Dr. Wu is re-releasing a few sets alongside putting these out. So like the Squawk Talk set, which was their first cassette combiner that got re-released, Matt got that recently. They're also re-releasing an even older set, which was the Auto Scout drone 2-pack. That preceded any of their cassette combiners, as far as I remember, and they're doing a new colorway variation on that too. So like they're putting out a bunch of these cassette things this year, but the Overkill and Slugfest are the only like new ones coming up in the cycle. Everything else you might already have, or it's just fill-in content.
But yeah, I mean, Slugfest and Overkill coming out this close to Dial and Zor. That's, I think, the closest we've ever had release-wise. Of course, we've seen the CAD files of these for years, so
Yeah.
it's hard to tell what was holding up their release schedule. But
Yeah, I mean they may be parceling these out just to not oversaturate, or there's a very strong possibility just the factory that they contract with, they are probably booking it solid as much as they can, and it's just taking this long to get to this stage in their design work.
or it was Graphian Noise we got, right? Not Dial and Zor. We still need Dial and Zor.
We don't have Dial and Zor yet. Sadly.
Yeah.
I'll probably never own them officially.
I do like how Slugfest has a head tilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome about this.
Yes, was not expecting that.
Yeah.
The colors
and-
look great.
Yes. And since they don't have to combine, like, you can tell each of these has had a lot more focus put on their individual traits. Like, they look so nice. The combining ones are perfectly good too, but like there's just like immediately something a little bit more about these.
Yeah. So Matt mentioned the colors. Like I can't really tell on my monitor, but they look spot on to the original toys. They just look phenomenal.
Yeah, everything I've ever seen of the original toys, it looked like they nailed the tones on these. Like it's really solid work.
Okay.
I want them very much. The estimated arrival is in August at Big Bad Toy Store, and I think even sooner through like Show Z. So like we're not going to be waiting too much longer for these. It seems like.
Well, we'll say heavy emphasis on estimated.
Yes.
So I'm looking at this damn watch. Infantry Cross Transformers Modular Transformers Exclusive Chronographed Wristwatch. And
this is like kind of classy looking, actually.
It
is.
Really is. And it looks like a quality knife. It looks like a quality. So like my friend Ricky, who he and I talk about knives and watches, because we both have he has a large collection of both, have a small collection of both, and but yeah, so it's a really nice looking watch. I have no idea anything about this company, but it has day and date, which is people typically prefer in an analog watch. It's 100-meter resistant. I don't know if that's ISO certified or not, but like if this is like, I don't know what they're using for the movement in it, but if it's like an established movement that they bought from like, I don't know, Casio or something, I'm trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Then like this could be a really nice watch for that, for the price. So,
I mean, there is a price for this. The Autobot one is being listed for $260, and the Decepticon one for $290.
Yeah, so they look really good.
According to the story, it has a Miyota 6P29 quartz movement.
I am going to text my friend right now to see if that's any good.
Yeah, I'll try to get you some advance warning the next time we're going to have a watch topic, so you can try to get Ricky to come on the show.
I should. Hey, Ricky, can you come on the show? Yeah. He has never been on any of my podcasts. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I know. Okay, so yeah, more to come. Okay, what else?
In fact, immediately more to come.
Oh dear God. Modular mechanical watches. What the hell is modular mechanical?
Well, the last ones were modular too.
Yeah.
So like, oh, if it means okay, modular may mean that you can replace the movement in it. That may be what that means.
The pictures they show have the watches broken down to like the dial part, the outer ring, the casing, the straps. Like,
Oh no, that means more. It's just like you can swap out like the way it looks.
yeah,
and everything.
modular in this case seems to more mean just customizable.
Yeah, like with like a Rolex or something, you can send it back to the factory and they'll replace the movement and everything in it. And again, this is I only know this stuff because of conversations like driving back and forth to Chinese places with Ricky. But like that's a pretty common thing with watches, but that's not what this is. This is literally just like the controller, the face for the controller for like the Xbox that has a transformer on it. It's basically something like that.
Well, like the third-party controller Diecast got last week with the faceplates that you can swap.
Yeah. And the Kickstarter version, for the record, has an NH72 Seiko mechanical movement.
Now, Seiko I've heard of.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we should be noting just with the Megatron earlier in the show that these also both have like glow-in-the-dark paint on their dial and hands.
Yeah, I mean that's on a watch that feels less notable.
Yeah, but just like
I had a Timex watch in the '90s that had. Do you remember the Indiglo feature?
They still
on
have
those
my dad
watches?
had one of those.
Yeah,
Indiglo.
yeah, that was that. Yeah, like for several years, that thing was bright enough to basically work like an emergency flashlight to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I mentioned OTFCC 03 a minute ago. I actually bought an Iron Man watch to take there, and I still have it somewhere. I don't.
Oh yeah,
it still works. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. No.
but yeah, the second batch of watches is actually a Kickstarter thing that they're going to be launching sometime in the near future.
Okay.
They don't look near as nice as the chronograph watches that we were just talking about, though.
Overlord, and as Chris wrote it, no, not him. Cross transfer caps. What the hell is this?
Baseball caps with Transformers characters on them.
I saw these. These actually look nice. I like these. I like every single one of these, and I hate it. How much? These are like $5, right?
32.
I mean, so in my rotation, I have a Cheerwine hat and a Bucky's hat. And an NWA wrestling hat. And that's like it.
So obviously you need to add to that Optimus Prime throwing up a peace sign.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I mean,
oh, God,
presumably, though, the way he's holding his hand, I believe,
looks like a British two-finger salute a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm pretty sure that drawing is a rude gesture in the UK, but
okay, maybe the Megatron hat's the one I would want.
So definitely get that Optimus Prime hat and wear it the next time you go to Great Britain.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, take it to TF Nation. It'll be great.
Yeah, I give them points for originality.
Yeah, definitely so. To be honest, I'd rather have a picture of a robot on my hat than like a corporate logo, even for something I like.
I mean, the robot is basically a corporate logo, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's still advertising on a hat, but at least it's like I said, an actual character. I'll take that.
Oh, going back to the glow-in-the-dark stuff, because Rob kind of opened the door for that a minute ago. Blade Raider did track down some pictures of Cat Skin. He's got glow-in-the-dark paint patterns on him. And I was right. There is Transformers slot cars that were glow-in-the-dark. Those were the first glow-in-the-dark Transformers toys.
So those were for the Tycho set?
Yeah.
Chris, you know what? I have one of those on card. I forgot about it. Yeah, no.
But does it still glow in the dark?
I bet it would, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I need to pull it out. Whenever I get all of my crap out of storage, I'll go look at it. It's not sealed. It's not sealed on card. The bubble's been lifted. I could pull it out, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have that. I forgot. So funny enough, I was just checking Blue Sky and I had a message from Ant, and he was literally talking to me about these Overlord caps, the Alf ones specifically, not the Transformers ones. But he's like, oh, they also have an Optimus Prime trucker cap. So, funny enough. So, Ant from TFU.info. What else? Okay, this box. Matrix
You
leadership
know, we talk
box.
about some stupid stuff sometimes, but just every once in a while.
It's a box that has the Matrix on top.
I mean, is it really any better or worse than that Stanley colored looking thing with the Autobot and Decepticon logos on it we talked about a few months ago?
It's worse because you can actually use that. This is
Or
just
the
an
collapsible storage totes with
Yeah.
Autobot and Decepticon symbols
Yeah,
on them.
This is basically a jewelry box,
Oh,
but Transformers.
Wait, what are the dimensions on it?
Oh, the title says 16 centimeters. I don't know where in the press release it.
So 16 centimeters, like this would be like big enough to be like an urn for a medium-sized dead person.
Oh, I mean, I think that might actually be pushing it a little bit, but
so not.
It depends. It depends 16 centimeters in what dimension, I suppose.
Yeah. So that's like what I see this being. This is like an urn for a nerd.
Okay, now I have to buy it. I have to be buried in that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to fit in that.
No, the Matrix contains wisdom, Diecast.
Oh.
No, it will contain my ashes.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump to what we got this week. Who wants to go first? Don, you want to go first?
yeah, I'll go first. A couple of the only thing I have on topic this week is thanks to another $5 Walmart review coupon code, and being up at 4 o'clock in the morning with Hank having, adventure issues. I found for $23 shipped the Street Fighter Transformer Chun-Li Ken crossover set.
How much did you buy that for?
$23 after the $5 Walmart.
So it was listed for 28.
Yeah, so it's listed for 28.
Nice.
I cannot find the Bison Ryu one.
Those are so crap. So
well,
They're just Titan's Return toys.
Yeah,
with
like
weird paint jobs.
Like I had those, and I got so much regret from buying those, and I had to sell them at a loss.
Well,
yeah.
Titans Return in the original Legends RC, but yeah.
I got them when they clearanced out at Target pretty cheap.
Why did I think you were going to say Titans Return in the original Klingon?
Me too. I heard the same thing.
Okay.
No, it's amazing that now these are 5 years old because they're for the 35th anniversary. It's since I've been on a Street Fighter kick lately, no pun intended.
Which is your favorite game, Don?
Huh?
Which is your favorite Street Fighter game? Okay, good. So they can't sell those toys. That's why they keep going down in price.
Yeah. But I mean, for $23, I thought it would be a neat addition to the crossover shelf. So I got that. And that's it. That's all I have on topic.
Hyper Fighting is my favorite Street Fighter game, by the way, and it always will be.
Those Street Fighter crossovers were just like way overpriced when they first
came
out.
I mean, that's why I never got them. And I heard about them going on clearance. I never saw them below $70 for the small one. I'm thinking, I got a review code. It expires in 2 weeks. This is $23 with free shipping. I thought that would be neat for the shelf.
What were you going to try to say, Matt?
I think Matt's frozen. No, he's not. He's just not.
No, he's just apathetic.
I was just going to say Super Street Fighter 2.
Oh, well, there you go.
I do like Street Fighter versus Capcom.
Video.
What was that, Don?
I do like Street Fighter versus Capcom because I use Ryu, Gambit, and Captain Commando.
Of course you do, Don.
Does that count?
No, it doesn't. It's not not Street Fighter. Okay, cool. Diecast, what'd you get?
The only thing I got was the last arm for my Defensor. This is the Ocular Max, all-in-one. They call him Ventus, which is the blades.
Is that the one where I've been seeing a bunch of pictures where people's copies have been breaking?
I hope not.
How long has it taken to put that team together?
It's been a minute. That's for sure. It felt like the original one came out, which I think they did the ambulance first, and that was it's got to be a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Okay, that's still not as long as I thought.
Yeah, I was thinking it
Yeah.
would have been like 3 or 4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I was
Long
thinking
enough
like
that
Fans Toys Autobot or Fans Toys Aerial Bots length here.
Yeah.
yeah, and long enough for them to start the Ruination version.
Did
Okay.
they? I don't know.
Ruination version of the
Yeah.
Technobots?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking the Combaticons. I'm sorry.
They should do a Ruination version of the Technobots. I would buy that.
I'm sorry. I'm.
Do you remember?
They should just do any version of the Technobots. I'd probably buy that.
Yeah,
do you remember
actually.
Trent and Cypher did a like concept art thing for a Ruination style Defensor? They called it like Corruption.
No, I don't. I don't remember that.
That's probably also been lost to the sands of time on the
Yeah.
internet, and Angel Fire or wherever Cypher's website was.
I think it was Angel.
Going
Yeah,
away.
I think it was Angel Fire. Good memory.
I
of
think
course.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. Diecast, do you have anything else?
That is it.
John?
Nothing on topic this week.
Okay. Matt?
Who can afford toys?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rob?
Nothing on topic, but Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
That's a good choice. Yeah. So some hate in the Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, at least from Captain Rufus on Turbo. That's like my favorite. It always will be. So
Plus, he also hates Gambit.
Gambit's not in Turbo, not in Hyper Fighting, so he's not in that game. John's a Street Fighter 5. Cool. Chris?
I'm not good at fighting games.
Cool. Okay. So I got a couple things this week. I learned that Blokees has a website.
Uh-oh.
I didn't buy two. I didn't buy. I don't even like Blokees, but like I feel like I'm left out, and I see them like people assembling them, and they look beautiful. But the two I tried to put together, I hated. But
I think that's a you problem.
it's a me problem.
Yeah.
It's a me
It's
problem.
also telling you, maybe blockies aren't for you. Aren't they tiny?
They're smaller, yeah. Like maybe
Yeah.
my hands are too big, or like I don't know.
So the regular Blokees that most people talk about having are, I guess, like a tiny bit taller than an Action Master, but they're like very analogous to that size. They're about G.I. Joe size, I guess I should say. But there's also the Galaxy Defender, which is like half that size, and that's the size class that like the little Devastator that they've been working on comes out in. Those are the little tiny ones which don't look any fun to me because they're so little tiny, but like the regular sized ones, those are pretty cool, and I think, yeah, Brian just has a skill issue.
Yeah, it's a skill issue. So I got 3 sets, and I haven't opened them, and I don't know when I will. Like I still have Legos from 20 years ago I haven't put together, but I got Shining version 01. So it's one that has Acid Storm in it, and Optimus, Megatron. I was going to say Ricochet, but God, why can't I think of Ricochet's name now? Stepper. God, I feel stupid. Cliff Jumper, etc. So
Matt, you should let him twist in the wind a little longer.
should have let me.
I'm just glad I could help him feel stupid.
Yeah. Hey, this is a week for me to feel stupid. So I got Shining version 2. So this is the one that has Beachcomber, Sideswipe, Grimlock, Optimus, Soundwave.
So you bought like whole sets.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And 03. So of course it has Delta Prime.
Delta Magnus?
Delta Magnus, sorry. I guess that's Bumblebee, Optimus, the minor Megatron. So it's a neat set. So I got him. I got that. Okay, thing I wanted to talk about, though. Chris.
Okay.
3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I bought a Junker G3 Inferno.
I remember.
Yes, and I was going to fix it up from an official Inferno. I was going to repaint it. I tried to match the plastic and everything, and I never got around to it. This is the same one that I got 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And on a wild hair, I'm like, oh, what do I not have a save search for on eBay?
Yeah, you have to replace that Rally's Rhinox save
Yeah.
search at this point.
Yeah, so I replaced it with a G3 Inferno. So I got another one. It's not quite complete. It's missing the gun and the cannon that goes on the back, but it's in much better shape. But if you notice, it does not have an Inferno head.
Interesting.
Okay.
It has a head that I can't identify, but it looks like a Transformer.
Yeah.
So
Looks like an Optimus Prime head almost.
So Ant and I were looking at it, and Ant was like, "Yeah, maybe kind of Grimlock," and I'm like, "It could be a Grimlock that's been quote unquote retooled. Maybe like, they tried to recast it and it didn't work out." But like the like every one that I've ever seen has an Inferno head, whether the head is painted or not. The face, whether the face on the is painted or not, varies.
Yeah.
But I've never seen one, a specimen with this head, and I don't know what it is.
That's the first time I've ever heard of one of these that wasn't just Inferno.
Kind of looks like Hotspot from here.
Like, yeah, I looked at a couple different things, and so I've got a photo. I need to get a higher res photo, but like I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Can
you explain more about this toy? Like,
so this is a knockoff from. It would have to be after G2 because I'm pretty sure on the packaging it even says G3.
It does. It does. It's kind of the same similar Generation 2 font slightly, and there's a big G3. It's multicolor.
Yeah. So
I want to say the vintage of these goes back to like 95, 96 maybe.
Yeah, something along those lines. And spoilers, I bought this one, then all of a sudden somebody posted the sealed one on eBay. And that's going to be here by next week. So
okay,
so I'll have
that's
one
cool though.
I'll have one that's complete. So this is like the stupid things that Brian collects. This is like closing the door on that one. So the
just because the package says 3 doesn't mean you have to buy 3 of them, Brian.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I have no idea like what that is. I think these are. I've read before that these were sold in Canada. I don't know if that's the case or not, but it is an Inferno that is effectively the same toy, except some of the wings are blue, the hose is blue, the rotor things on his arms are blue, the the shoulders are yellow, the legs are yellow, the casing around his head is yellow. And otherwise, it's basically the same toy. He also has like a water squirt gun. I don't think it squirts, but that goes on the ladder in vehicle mode. But like it's Inferno, and I've always loved the color scheme on it. I think it's striking in a 90s KO sort of way. So,
Brian, I think I found a partial picture of the one that I remember seeing.
Blade found the full picture. He just posted.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, and it does say Generation. It doesn't say G3. It says Generation 3.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I've always wanted one of these, and now I've got 3.
Yeah, and see, like the Blade just posted another picture that he found, and like you were talking about, this one is a variation. It's the Inferno head that's just not painted, but it's definitely an Inferno head.
Yeah, I've scoured the internet. I've seen several different versions. So there's slight variations between the two. Like there's some pieces that like they swap the left and the right on. Like the I guess that's a horn. So one horn has kind of like a concave shape to the front of it, and the other one is very flat. And on one of these, it's on the left leg, and on the other, it's on the right. So, but they're basically the same.
Is he packaged in robot mode or vehicle mode?
Vehicle mode.
Then you have to unseal it to see which head it has.
Yeah.
Can I see it through the window? No. Okay, we'll see. I'm not going to do that.
I will say I would probably buy a masterpiece or Manicera saying a Gen Selects version of this.
Absolutely. So I bought another Inferno from which line was Inferno in?
It was in Universe 2008. It was in Titans. No, not. It was in Power of the Primes, and it was in Kingdom. Yeah, Kingdom.
Whichever the good one was, I think it was Kingdom, is the one that I bought to repaint into this, and I still have it somewhere with the paint. I've just never done it because I never will, because it's just me. But yeah, I was wanted this forever since the 90s, and of all the things I could get, this is on the cheaper side of the stupid purchases. So
I will give you my thoughts on the head sculpt on your mysterious copy there, but like pending that, I would not necessarily be surprised if it is just like a generic thing that was tooled up in the style of
totally possible.
And I've never handled the G1 Inferno to my memory. I don't know how easy it is to take the robot head off of that, but I'm also not ruling out that like if you bought that loose, it might be that was replaced at some point in its lifetime from
I thought
another
about that,
piece.
but like I don't know what it would be from. Like obviously,
Yeah, exactly.
Google doesn't have a complete archive of all knockoff toys and all.
Yeah,
like, I did a reverse image search and I couldn't find anything that matched. So who knows? One more thing I got. In the Brian regrets that he sold it department. I've mentioned it on the show several times, and I just went ahead and pulled the trigger on one that I found that was relatively priced relatively well. I got a Euro Overlord.
Oh. So when you were saying the Brian regrets selling department, the two things that immediately came to mind was eHobby GoBots.
Which I
and
bought.
Overlord.
He's already rebought those.
Yeah, but Overlord was the next thing that I thought of, and like, of course.
Yeah. So.
I hate you though.
Yeah. So. So I already have an Overlord. It's loose and it's Japanese. So the Euro version's slightly different with the color scheme of the purple. I think is different, but otherwise it's the box and the instruction manual. So
yeah.
Like the one that I sold had wasn't a pristine box, but it was sealed when I bought it, and I applied the stickers myself, and I'll never get that one back, obviously. And the box on this one's a little rough. It's certainly just shelf worthy, but it's not perfect. But it's also like hundreds of dollars less than like other specimens that were on eBay. So, I saw it. Dononomics did a little bit. Is it count if I use PayPal paying for is Dononomics done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you're not paying full retail without trying to save money.
Yeah. Well, I Dononomics did by using PayPal paying for, which is how I justify these purchases. But yeah,
you're buying yourself time to sell something else to knock that price down.
That's exactly right. So it is complete minus one missile. So the two missile, there's the missile, the sprue holds 3 missiles. So the 2 missiles are on the sprue and the third one's missing. So that's like on Blue Sky this past week, I posted that like people are selling Overlord missiles for $40. And like I should just buy more Overlords and they can just all like pool their missiles together and share them. But yeah, super happy to have this back. I love the box. It's the classics, the Euro Classics box. This one I think is Dutch. I think it said it was Dutch, but like
interesting.
Most everything on it's in English. I mean, it looks like 2 languages, but like not like where everything now, or at least with Robots in the Skies and later, like the trilingual things, like every single thing is basically in English, Spanish, and French. Most of this is still in English. So
yeah.
Yeah, looks great. And I'd forgotten until I was looking at this that because this came out in 91, 92 after Power Masters were over, they called them Energon figures or something like that.
Yeah, they weren't Mega and Giga anymore. They were just the Energon figures.
Yeah. And not a Godmaster. So
yeah,
but it wouldn't be a Godmaster anyway. It'd have been Power Master, but this was after the Power Master stuff was done. So they just called them Energon figures, which I think is the same thing they call them on the Motivators, I think. Which I've got all those boxed, but they're in storage and I have to go look at them. But yeah, I'm very happy to get that. That's what I got this week.
That's the version I'd want to get too if I was getting a G1 Overlord. Like anybody, I say anybody can have a Japanese Master Force Overlord. Like that's fine. That was that's the normal thing, the thing everybody thinks of. But like no, Euro Overlord is like it's a special kind of thing because like there's so little crossover between the Japanese exclusive stuff and the Euro exclusive stuff, and that's like the one big like pinpoint in the middle of it. Like that's so much more interesting to have.
What I'll never have, I'm certain I'll never have this. I talked about it recently, is the Japanese Thunderclash. Almost certain I'll never have that because
Right.
I like just scanning it on eBay. Unless somebody calls it out, which they would call it out, I would never notice it on the packaging that it was the Japanese version.
Mhm.
Somebody does have the instruction manual for the Japanese version that now, and it's just a sheet of paper, and I'm so tempted to buy it, but I'm not going to.
I have to imagine that the toy that it came with has crumbled to dust, and that's why they're selling the instruction sheet.
Maybe.
Just his feet.
Yeah. So my Thunderclash is sitting in like a state of like Schrodinger limbo right now because it's in the bottom of a bin. That's probably like it's probably like 3 bins down from the bottom of a stack of like 8 bins in storage somewhere. Fortunately, it's a climate controlled storage unit, but that's not going to help with all the pressure pushing down on it. So
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, like when people talk about groin injuries and most men have the like reflexive reaction of crossing their legs or wincing a little bit. I had that when you described that toy being in the
On the
bottom of a
bottom of
stack
the
of
bin,
bins.
yeah.
yeah, I've got a picture of it somewhere that I posted to Twitter, and yeah, I at the time it was funny. Now, like 8 months later, from whenever I packed it up, it like hurts my heart to think about.
Uh-huh.
Pyro's not down there with him, is he?
Pyro's Mitten Sold box, and Pyro is like protected, so he is not in that situation. Okay, let's jump to ham sandwiches, which will be exclusive to patrons this week. I promise you. Ham sandwiches. It's the portion of the show where we talk about what we got this week, whether it's Transformers or not Transformers specifically in this case. And I picked up some Masters of the Universe origin stuff, including Catra and Frosta. My kids were fighting over them, so I gave them to them and then bought myself more off Amazon because that's where I got them from, tfradio.net/Amazon.
Oh, I hate to see your kids get in a Catra fight.
That was a good one, Don. And like if this were the regular show, that could be a title contender. And I also got the retro carded Dr. Mindbender. And I think that's it. Don, you're the first person on my screen right now. What did you get?
Okay, I stopped back by my Target with them undergoing the remodel to a not a super Target, but a fresh Target, I guess. Stuff is really randomly showing up in oddball places. So last week I found Sagat. This week I found Blanca. So now I have the complete pair of those. I'm just needing the Player 2 Guile when it comes out. And it's not June, but it should be for Yojo June. I got Dr. Mindbender. I may have a spare of him because the cancellation may not have gone through. So I may wind up having a second one of him. I'm not sure. Got my 2 Cobra Retro Vipers, and I got Clutch.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Rock and Roll, not Clutch. And on
What?
the retro card.
They're both kind of generic Joes, so
Yeah, but I mean, I do like the retro carded Rock and Roll. I think a little bit better than the classified. Just he looks more like he's supposed to, I guess, which is weird because most of the classified stuff doesn't really bother me with the update. But I got that, and that is it.
cool. Diecast, what'd you get?
I got the Marvel Legends Maximum Hulk.
Oh, how much you pay for it? Like, what was the original retail on it?
Like $60.
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
same price. It was $10 more than Spider-Man because Spider-Man was $49.99.
Okay, so like they didn't raise the price on it because of tariffs. It's just expensive.
It's a slightly bigger figure, so I think that's why.
Also,
Yeah.
about half that toy is an old mold. So there's that.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it's got
Yeah.
like 3 head sculpts, but they're all really like artist specific head sculpts. Like there's an Ed McGuinness one, and like none of them worked for me.
Have
Yep.
you opened it, Diecast? Do you open
Nope.
those or you keep them sealed?
I do open some of them. My problem is right now, every time I get something in, I'm like, I have nowhere to put it on the shelf. So it usually ends up not getting opened.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
me.
do have like a collection of Hulks on my shelf.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
John, what did you get?
This hasn't happened in like a long time. walking through Target and seeing something that I didn't know existed at all, but I was like way into. And so it was a complete surprise and then like a super impulse buy that I was like all about. And it was the Lego set for Horizon. So Lego has done there's a Lego game for Horizon, and it's Horizon Adventures.
What's Horizon?
Horizon, the PlayStation exclusive franchise Horizon. So it's the main character is Aloy. It's like post-apocalypse. You're hunting robot dinosaurs and robot animals. It makes sense when you play the game. That sounds weird. But I think they're either making a series or a movie out of it, maybe, or it was in development. Anyway, there's two games for it, like two primary games for it. I think there's a VR game for it too, which nobody's ever played. But it's one of Sony's big franchises. So they did a Lego offshoot, just like Lego Star Wars and Marvel Lego games, and they did at least one Lego set from that's themed after the officially themed after the Lego video game of Horizon, but it's a Horizon set. So I was super happy. I'm way into that game. It's great. I put a few hundred hours into the two games, and it was awesome. So it was like $45. Seems like a fair value. Super hype about it. So that's what I got.
Super cool. Matt, what'd you get?
No, who can afford toys?
Fair. Rob?
Just a couple of things. Last week during the show, Don let the chat know, let the Discord know, tfradio.net/Discord, their Big Bad Toy Store was having a sale on Masters of the Universe figures. And they had the Masterverse Revelations, like Dark Lyn, the like final battle version of Evil Lyn, for $25 instead of the 40 that it was released for originally. That was a reasonable price, and I like that design, so I got it. Nice looking figure. Haven't taken it out of the box. Really good sculpts, but just very nice looking. The other thing I got, just to justify the shipping a little bit, was a 30-minute missions kit, which is, I think I mentioned before, like Bandai's like generic, not generic, but like house brand for various, non-anime robot designs, and it's all modular and you can customize it and do a lot of fun stuff with it. What I got was the Wheel Mobile X vehicle, which is a battle Segway. And that's all I got this week.
Cool. Chris?
It turns out I'm still not any good at fighting games.
Very nice. Hey, so two things. Before we thank our patrons at patreon.com/tfradio, I want to mention a couple things. One, I found my picture of Thunderclash and I put it out on Blue Sky. And I'm putting it in our Discord as well, tfradio.net/Discord. I'll just go ahead and enter on that. Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, he's been that way. He's been like in the precarious situation for over a year now, and he's been in storage and moved around from place to place. Yeah, I'm worried about him. Secondly, Ricky responded to my text and he said, both are fine movements. So they're not like cheap Chinese movements. So that they sound like this would be a pretty good watch. So
I mean, one of them sounded specifically like it was a Japanese movement, so I would be surprised if it was a cheap Chinese movement.
well, yes, but like typically in something like this, that's what you would find.
Rob put a picture of his battle Segway in the Discord chat too, and I kind of love it.
That's amazing.
Well, I told Rob it goes really good with Silverbolt's Battle Embankment.
Yeah.
Yep. tfradio.net/Discord. You as well can enjoy these fine conversations during the live stream or just any time of day. tfradio.net/Discord. Hey, actually, speaking of Discord, our Discord was a benefit from our Patreon at patreon.com/tfradio. That was one of the things that we stood up in support of the Patreon. But today, in general, patrons of Radio Free Cybertron get an ad-free version of the show, which comes out the day before. Comes out at a higher bit rate with the complete What We Got This Week segment, including non-Transformers. There's a weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast, unedited episodes of RFC, in case I have to make heavy edits for a Don swear or a Don joke that doesn't quite work. Don, I don't know that there was any of those this week. I think you're safe.
I'm trying to rein it in a little bit.
No, don't. No.
Yeah, you're taking value away from our patrons when you do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also trying to make it less work for Brian, so he's not.
That's also taking value away from our entire audience, actually.
Yeah. So, but you get unedited episodes of RC. If I just edit out something because there's crosstalk, like you're not going to get that because you don't want it. But if Don says something especially funny or Diecast, something especially funny, if that happens, you would get that. I was waiting for some sort of retort on that Diecast. You would get that in the unedited episode version for the patrons. So patrons who are on our Discord who have it connected, you get a fancy color, red for touched, purple for the other patrons. You get There Goes My Money a week early. And if you're a patron, by the time you hear this, there'll already be a new episode of There Goes My Money in the Patreon feed. For everybody else, would be a week later. And patrons at the Touch tier get to be on There Goes My Money. And Touch patrons are mentioned on the show each week and listed at tfradio.net/credits. And as we're approaching a new month, it's a good time to sign up. Like June 1st, sign up. It's worth it. I want to thank Kevin Dorsey, Sent the Proto, Mollis Koenig, Daniel Scott, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews, Trickster, Here's Why It's Cool, Ryan Bona, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Sean Hamilton, and Sean Bratton. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. Again, if you want to join these fine folks, go to patreon.com/tfradio. If you want to find any of our podcasts going back 25 years, go to tfradio.net. That's where all our stuff is. I am personally at briankilby.com and kilby.bsky.social. Rob Springer, not here. He is at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter, at zonebase.bsky.social on Blue Sky, and at zonebase.org. Don, how do people get a hold of you?
People can get a hold of me on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. I can also be reached on Blue Sky at HMRC, the number 4 EVR .bluesky.social. I also have an Amazon wish list. My birthday is coming up on June 21st. I will be 55. And so I do have Amazon wish list, tfradio.net/Don list, if anyone would care to get me or get Hank something.
Oh yeah, do that. That'd be great. Diecast.
They can get a hold of me at Don's house tomorrow. They can
I'll
also
be busy.
get a hold of me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Diecast2. You can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast. You can see all my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews or youtube.com/RFC reviews.
John?
Oh, my mouse is dying, so it took me forever to get my cursor off the mute button. But now that I'm unmuted, I can tell you that I'm that John D everywhere except for eBay, where I'm Cloudburst.
Matt?
Anything new, John?
What was that? Reset.
sorry.
Give me the joke again. Don.
No,
Reboot.
sorry. Anything new on your eBay page?
I thought you were. That's like an actual question. I thought you were throwing a joke at me, Don.
I'm
Let me
sorry.
think. Well, I always default that Don's got the humor. He's got the fastballs. Let me see. I uploaded a couple of new animated things. I still have to go through my tub of animated, and I still have to decide what I'm going to do with like the unconventional animated stuff. Do I sell the Blackout or do I keep Blackout forever? I understand that's now one of the grails from like millennials and animated
I would keep
heads.
it forever, but that's just me. Also, I still want
Same.
your Beast Wars Neo break when you.
I still gotta find it.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
that-
said when you find that.
Oh, it's yours. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
yours. Yes, when I find them, it's yours. But anyway, yes, that and the BotCon stuff and animated Transtech-y Cheetor and things like that. Anyway, so we'll see. I'll let you know if I like sell the good stuff. If I get into the good stuff, I'll let everybody know.
So much does Blackout go for now?
A lot.
A lot.
Wow,
'Cause-
$336.
Oh, I figured it'd be more than that.
Loose.
It can go for quite a bit more than that. I've seen that go up like around 6.
Yeah, it's not going
Um,
down.
I'm glad
Yeah,
I don't have to
and-
buy that one again. I think I got mine
Yeah.
from you, John. years ago. Didn't you find it for me at BotCon or something?
Did I buy 2 or something?
You either bought 2 or you might have found me one at a BotCon.
Oh, that might have been possible.
I mean that seems plausible because like I know the couple BotCons I've made it to, me and Don were helping you track stuff down the dealer room too.
Yeah.
That laser Magnus that one time, remember?
Yeah, thank you. Still, again. Rob?
I am on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. I'm on YouTube at youtube.com/@flailthroughs, I think is the current way the URLs work. I don't know. But over there, I'm still doing Gundam games. Gundam Battle Operation 2 gets a major update this week with like 30 mobile suit buffs. Also, I'm running Gundam Seed Battle Destiny Remastered, which just came out for Steam and Switch. Really nice little remaster of a PlayStation Vita game from like 13 years ago. Really pretty enjoyable. And I'm also giving away a real grade Strike Freedom Gundam. So check out one of those videos for more information on that. And if you like what I'm doing over there, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can support the channel. You can make requests from GBO2. And if you'd rather just send me something, tfradio.net/playlist is an Amazon wish list that I put stuff on.
And Rob's birthday is 2 days after Dawn's, so remember them both.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Matt, when's your birthday, Matt? I forget.
September.
Okay.
You can find me at melvar.bsky.social. 3 L's, 2 R's.
John, didn't you have a birthday recently?
I did on the 19th. Yeah, I did not turn 55. But
you'll catch up one day.
I will catch up and to Dawn in no time.
I failed to mention
but can you drive 55?
Yes, I can, in fact. But yeah, it's on the 19th.
Yeah, sweet. Cool. Chris?
I'm in our Discord, as usual, as always. Come visit us in our Discord. Great place to be. Great crowd of regulars we have. My Amazon wish list is at tfradio.net/chrislist. My birthday's in January, so don't gotta worry about that for a while. My website is at playwithphotography.com, and Ness wanted me to let everybody know that he was very upset with us that we talked so much about that Overkill and Slugfest Dr. Wu set and did not discuss the most important part, which is how happy it personally makes him.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
So
yes.
Just want to get that in there for one of our longtime fans who felt slighted.
I'm sorry, Ness. You rock. We love you. Cool. Well, that's it. We will see you next week. Have a good one.
Recording stopped.
So I learned something last week. Also, one of the reasons I didn't get actually, Don, this is probably more true than all the stuff I had to edit out from you. I completely forgot about this. I learned last week that my computer will not edit a podcast that runs nearly 2 hours with everybody.
Interesting.
Because
too much data.
I run out of RAM because I only have 32 gigs on this computer. So that goes to my hard drive and it literally to the page file. And I literally ran out of hard drive space. So I had to do minimal editing on the show last week. So that's actually what happened. I had completely forgotten about that until this moment. So can't do a 2-hour show.
No, we can do one. You just can't edit it.
Yeah. That's true.
Which is useful information to have for the future.
Which I guess I could clear hard drive space and so that my page file would be accommodated, but I don't want to do that. I feel like crap. I started losing my voice toward the end there. I've got a massive headache. So people watching live, I'm going to kill the stream so I can hydrate or something. So bye Twitch.
See you, everybody.
And oops, I don't have permission to view that page. The heck? Switch account.
I'm leaving too.
Okay.
I'll see you guys.
Bye, Diecast.
Take care.
Diecast.
Got a long drive to Don's tomorrow.
Have fun.
Rusty Cross says after 2
Thank
hours,
you.
everyone starts swearing.
Yeah. Okay. And am I connected yet?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
I cannot remember if I've ever asked you this. I assume the answer is
YouTube.
yes, of course. But amongst the Gundam games that you have played, I have to assume that